Welcome to the Common Man Football Show. My name is James Coburn, and today's episode, we're going to be looking at the Buffalo Bills versus Carolina Panthers matchup based on data, based on offensive and defensive split data to give you an idea about what these teams look like week one and what are some of the clashes, I guess, when it comes to these teams on paper based on data, and then, of course, look at a micro matchup as well, something to look at in this game that might be interesting to watch. So starting with the Buffalo Bills versus Carolina Panthers, when you look at these two teams, one thing is readily apparent. They're actually very similar in terms of having not very good completion percentage, but the Buffalo Bills had an easier time getting passing down conversion rate. So basically, even though the Buffalo Bills offense overall was not great when it came to completing the football, they still were able to convert the passes that they had despite having a kind of a poor completion percentage against the Jets. I don't know if that'll be the case against the Panthers. This is just a better overall team. And they're both these teams are very similar. Tyrod Taylor is a very similar type of passer to Cam Newton in terms of having a completion percentage sort of issue and also being kind of athletic. Cam Newton is better though than Tyrod, but offensively, it's kind of one of those like that Spider-Man meme. These teams are set up very similarly. They have offenses that are kind of run-based mostly, with defenses, with a fairly big defensive emphasis, which is also the case when you look at both these teams when it comes to their defense, where the Carolina Panthers did better when it came to preventing completion percentage. They were better against the run, but they were not quite as good against the pass as the Bills were. But again, the Bills were playing the Jets last week. So going into this game, the way the data shows it favors the Bills by about 3 points. And again, this is based on what happened in week one. And keep in mind, the Panthers, they played the 49ers last week. So they didn't play a very good team either. So, you can't really say, the Panthers played like the Packers or something. They didn't do that. They both played bad teams to start the year. And the Bills did a little bit better than the Panthers. So this is kind of a tight one. I kind of want to give it to the Bills based on the data overall. I think defensively, and this is one particular matchup I want to watch in this game, is Shaq Lawson versus Matt Khalil. Lawson is much more explosive, faster, and more flexible than Matt Khalil when it comes to explosive body strength, speed, and flexibility. He's a better overall athlete. I think this is kind of an interesting matchup to track in this game, and I definitely would watch that. But yeah, I'm going to give the Bills the win in this. Very close, though. It could go either way. The Panthers it just depends on what the Panthers do if the Panthers show up. Talent-wise, I do think they have more offensive talent. I do think defensively they can play a lot better. But this is just one of those matchups where both these teams are so similar in terms of how they're set up and how they win and what they do and what their strengths and weaknesses are. So this is going to be a very interesting matchup to say the least from a data perspective. But I got the Bills in this one, and of course my name is James Coburn. You can find my work at draftcoburn.wordpress.com. You can also follow me on Twitter at Geometrics. And if you like this content and you want more content like this, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. Share this video as well with anybody that you know, and I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Peace.